welcome back. This is Heidi from TlamaMystic. I'm doing the weekly readings for October 21st to the 27th. Apologies that I don't sound clear because I forgot my microphone. Anyways, with that said, we'll start off with the psychic hit for the week. I started doing these last week and I'm gonna continue these. My issue is on my end, I have to take notes on what I'm getting hits on, so that way I remember what's going on, because I don't remember the imagery for the psychic hit for this week. So the phrase for this week is an inner transformation. This would make sense because we are gearing up for the next, I think it's the lunar eclipse or solar eclipse or something like that. We have a new one, another one coming up, and it's the last of the Taurus Scorpio axis from the last 2.5 years. 2 years-ish, more or less. So that would make sense that we're transitioning into the new axis, which is Aries and Libra. I don't have enough info to explain what's going on, and I also don't think I have enough time to explain what's going on in this reading section for this week. But I will make videos on the north and south nodes and lunar eclipses, solar eclipses, all that fun stuff later on, probably next year, because right now there's some things that I have to get sorted out. So with that said, we'll get started with our weekly reading for October 21st to the 27th. That is our vibe check. Hello. Hello, sir. You are very nosy. Hello. These are our weekly cards starting with, what's today? Sunday. Not today. Today's not Sunday. Today's Saturday. Sunday, Monday. I don't know if you guys can see them, but we have our little guest here. Wednesday. Hold on. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. My brain's like, it's here, but it's also not here. I need to settle down. Wednesday, Thursday. Can I do my, is my mathing? Yes, okay. When I do readings, I forget how to math, so apologies for that. Okay. Why are you looking at me like that, buddy? You scare me sometimes. Excuse me. So we're starting off with the vibe check of the week. It's giving it's giving Wheel of Fortune. No, it is that energy, Wheel of Fortune, so it could be like that Scorpio energy. There are some things that are like, it's kind of been long overdue. They're giving me like very personal images out here. So there's some things that it's kind of like way past overdue, that it's way past time that we need to let go. So this week it's a lot of like releasing, it's a lot of letting go. Again, the phrase was an inner transformation, so it could be a lot of like personal beliefs that we're finally starting to let go of. It could just be old, could be old habits, it could be old patterns that we recognize that we haven't done anything about it. This week would be a good week to like finally release those and make new habits. I don't know if you can see them, I'm sorry. But yeah, this would be a good week to really like hone in on releasing and also like substituting in better, healthier habits or better, healthier thought patterns, just patterns in general, new people, like just inner transformations for yourself. And once those transformations start to take place, it'll take a minute, but once, because they're showing me kind of like an aloe plant, and usually when I see aloe plants, I tend to see them when they're like a little bit older. So they have this like old growth you know, like aloe plant bloomed and then it died and then bloomed and then it died. It's kind of like that. So right now you're in this stage where you're starting to let go of an old pattern that doesn't work for you, and you're also starting to grow this new like aloe plant that's actually going to benefit you. There you go. That's a cool card. Ain't that cool? That's cool, huh? Yeah. That's a cool card. Okay, so starting off with Saturday, we have Two of Wands in the Tower reversed. Do you want to sniff those? You're so cute. It's I need to stop saying it's giving. Oh my goodness. They're just showing me a lot of images of like the night sky, and it's like very glittery. Saturday might be a day where you like it's better to just rest. It's better to just kind of rejuvenate. There's like a lesson that you might have missed, but it's not a bad thing. It's just something like it's better for you to kind of reflect on those patterns that you missed, or reflect on those like issues or anything like that. Are you gonna lay down? Oh, you're so cute. Oh, you moved my camera. You're moving my camera, sir. Okay. So it'd be a good idea to just like kind of reflect on certain things. It's okay if there's patterns that you missed or there's something that you didn't realize. If those come up, just give yourself grace. Give yourself like I didn't realize that this was happening. Okay, so we'll figure something out from there. Like it's just excuse me. It's just days. It's one of those days where like you can just reflect on things and just kind of like lay the cards where they're at, or what's that phrase? Let the cards lay where they are, or something like that. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Saturday's just one of those days where you just reflect and rest and reflect. Excuse me. Monday is a Five of Wands, but it's reversed, and they're highlighting. I don't know what kind of lizards those are. Monitor lizards? They're highlighting certain lizards. And then the phrase they're saying is shedding old skin. So again, it falls in line with that inner transformation theme. You're shedding old skin. It could do some, for some of you, it's just something minor, like for example, when you put like that face mask on and it dries, and you like those peel away face masks. It's something small like that where you just like, and then it dries, you just peel it off like that. For others of you, it's like calluses, like those really, really thick, heavy calluses, and you have to kind of take a knife and you just like trim them off like that. They're showing me like very. Okay, hold on, let me see. I gotta figure out what they're saying. Yeah, for the majority of you, it's those like calluses on your hands, on your feet that you've been like working on and moving around on so much. For others of you, it's just like that lizard skin analogy where it's like that face mask, that peel off face mask. Some of you could literally have like cosmetic appointments related to those two. Others of you, it's just like a metaphor of like, oh, you know, you don't have to use the same pattern if a trigger shows up and it's something that you've gotten so like used to and you're willing to change. Then if a trigger shows up on Monday, you'll be like, oh, okay, I don't need this, you know, I don't need to react the same way I've been reacting for like X amount of time since I've seen this trigger all the time. Tuesday, we have Six of Coins reversed. And here they're highlighting the little, there's like a little scale, I think that's what they're called. It's a little scale that the dragon's holding. And they're saying the phrase, everything grows in darkness. I don't know how to describe what they're trying to say, but it's something along the lines of like everything goes in darkness. So some things will take time in the darkness, like some things will need. Oh, okay. So you might want to just put off certain things and kind of just let it grow in the dark. I don't know how to describe that imagery that they're showing me. So they're showing me like The camera light rooms, when you take the old films and you have to develop them in that film stuff, that liquid stuff, and like if you put light to it, it just messes up the entire thing. So it's kind of like you have to let things develop in the darkness on its own time, because you can't have mushrooms without darkness. You can't have mushrooms without, like, what is it called, fungi inoculating spores. That's what I'm looking for, spores. So Tuesday's just one of those days where it's like it's better to let it be and let it essentially marinate, let it grow in its own time, and let it grow in the darkness, kind of just let it do its own thing. For some of you, I can see this as like another growing period, another, like, not a lesson, but something that you'll learn from. If you just if you learn to let it go, it blooms a lot faster than you think. So this could be a precursor for something like later on, like 6 months down the line, or like just like in the future. But Tuesday's just going to be one of those days where they suggest that you just kind of like let it be, like kind of back off of it, not shut the door on it, but just put it in the darkness for a bit, and then come back to it like later on down the line. Did I say Tuesday? Sorry, this is Monday. This is Tuesday. Wow. Tuesday we have the Queen of Wands. So Queen of Wands, they're not really showing me like anything in particular about the Queen of Wands card here. They're not like pointing at anything. Probably the gem on the forehead. So Tuesday might be a good day to meditate, or might be a good day to like send prayers or do meditations. So if you're looking for answers of any sort, Tuesday might be your best day. Yeah, Tuesday might be your best day to like send prayers and also meditate, so you can like send and receive messages. There's nothing very significant about Tuesday. And again, they're showing me the imagery of like lizard skin, but it's like very hydrated, very like refreshed. So this could be a continuation from Sunday, where you have that fresh skin and it's starting to settle and it's starting to like, you know, glimmer and glam and glow and all that. So other than that, they're not really showing me much for Tuesday. Again, they're just highlighting the gem, which would be a good day. Again, would be a good day for prayer, meditation, and things like that. For Wednesday, for Wednesday we have the King of Cups. Excuse me. For some of you, you might be having an event. It's such a silly phrase. Some of you might be having an event where it could be literally near a body of water, because they're showing me a pool at my workplace. And in this pool, I only swam in it one time, but apparently I forgot how to swim. So I'm over here like flopping around like a fish. So the phrase flopping like a fish is on for Wednesday's card. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but it would not hurt to ask for help, especially when you're flopping around like that. Like it's a very shallow water thing. It's very, very shallow, but it's not meant to be like, how do I word that? It's not meant to be like a deep thing. It's just something very like almost superficial. It's not meant to be like, oh, my makeup's wrong today. No. It's just like, oh, how do you know, where's the stapler? Where's this? It's like light stuff like that. It's not meant to be like, oh my God, what's my worth? No. It's just light stuff like, I don't remember where this is. Where do we put this? Where do we keep this? Blah, 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 blah. It's just small, it's just a small thing. It's not something to be worried about. It's just like, you just forget where things are that day. Which is okay, because we have those moments. And they're also highlighting the wolf in this picture. So with that wolf, you might want to reach out to somebody that you haven't really talked to as much. They kind of like lone wolf it out, quote unquote. which isn't a bad thing. They just tend to prefer to be on by themselves. But they'll have that answer that you're looking for, especially since you're like floundering around in the water. Yeah. Thursday, we have 2 cups reversed. So the imagery they're showing me is these 2 cups. So when it's in reverse, the image specifically for this day is that both cups are emptying the water pretty fast. So it would be a good idea to understand where that water, like not where that water is coming from, but like what's causing you to lose your water from your cups. Like what's causing you to tip all of your water out of your cup, and the receiving it isn't quite picking up that water as well. So it's an interesting thing. Don't pour yourself. Hold on, let me figure out what they're saying. Hold on. Yeah, okay. So the imagery again, 2 cups, but you're trying to pour into somebody, but they're trying to pour into somebody else. So my personal suggestion is person to person is to not pour into the cup that's not receiving. It's to just hold on to that water and wait for somebody that actually is looking to receive, because there is somebody that's a little bit farther away, quote unquote. They're a little bit further down. So you have your 2 cups here, but you also have somebody down here. Excuse me, and this person's trying to pour over here to this other cup or bowl actually, and you're trying to pour into this person, but they're busy over here. So you're better off just like waiting till this cup metaphorically leaves, and then this one comes up and you're able to pour into them, because they're actually able to hold into that water for you. So to sum it up, be mindful of where you put your attention, time, and energy to, especially for this Thursday, because there's some people that aren't ready to receive, but there is somebody like still that there's so. Oh my goodness, man. Oh my lord, I took too much sleep. I took too much sleep. I slept too much yesterday. My brain's not braining. Okay. There is somebody that is willing to receive from you, but it's not the person that you think it would be. There you go. Oh my lord, I need to not sleep tonight, I guess. I don't know, I slept too much yesterday. Okay. And lastly, we close off Friday. This is Friday. Lastly, we close the week off with the Friday card, which is the 8 of Wands. Oh my lord, I slept so much yesterday, and now I can't even think. So your tower moment is actually going to come on Friday instead of this Saturday today. But you moved past that tower moment. So again, the 8 of Wands, there's a tower in the back and there's the sunlight. So your tower moment is actually coming this coming Friday. Again, it's not a bad thing. It's just a lesson that you'd have to learn. So it's just my lord, it's just a transformational thing that's again coming in. So the imagery here is that they show a body, somebody, they're alive, they're standing on top of that tower, and that sunlight's starting to hit on them. So if you're this person on this tower, this metaphorical tower, and you're getting the sunlight, you're realizing why things had to pan out that way, and you're realizing that you can change like what comes forward from that. And since it's in 8 of Wands energy, that card is typically like the very speed card, the quick card, like the fast card. I don't know how to word that. Typically it's like a very, very quick card. I prefer to get the 8 of Wands when it comes to like a time-based thing, because it comes in pretty quickly. Anyways, yeah, it's like something that you realize. And now they're highlighting the water here. So once you realize like whatever was supposed to happen on Saturday, like some of you could get emotional, some of you could get very like you need that release you've been looking for is finally coming in. For others of you, it could also mean like things will start to move more rapidly now that you've realized what's supposed to be happening. And it could even, it's there. It's your segue into the 28th, which is next week. 28th through like October 28th through like November 5th, I think. 4th, 5th, something like that. We'll get there when we get there. But this whole week, to sum it up, is kind of like a rest and reflect phase, and also to like shed old patterns that you no longer need, and you know for a fact that you don't need them, even though you keep saying like, oh, but I still kind of, no, you don't need it. You don't need it, trust me, you don't need it. But yeah, overall this week looks pretty fun. Might be a couple tears coming on, some of you might cry for a lot. I suggest being hydrated. I suggest drinking a lot of water, eating a lot of fruits and veggies with water in them. Soups, it's soup season. It's soup season. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this week's reading. I hope you've gotten some insight. If anything doesn't make sense, please let me know and I will try and clarify it next time. With that said, I'll see you guys next week. I'll see you Wednesday, actually. Wednesday is when I'm doing my monthly reading for November. Okay, I'll see you next week. Bye.